Everyone in the village feared Silver Peak Mountain. They said strange lights appeared near its summit at night. Some believed treasure was hidden there. Others believed the mountain was cursed. Only 2 children were brave enough to find out the truth. Deep in the breathtaking Rocky Mountains lived a 26-year-old young man named Ethan Carter. To everyone around him, Ethan looked successful and strong. He worked as a mountain guide, leading visitors through beautiful trails and hidden valleys. But behind his confident smile, he carried a burden nobody could see. His mind never stopped racing. Every mistake from his past haunted him, and every thought about the future filled him with anxiety. While others admired the beauty of the mountains, Ethan was trapped inside his own thoughts. Night after night, he stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep, wondering why peace seemed so easy for everyone else, but impossible for him. One cold evening, a traveler shared a story about a mysterious woman living in a remote mountain valley. People claimed she had helped countless lost souls find clarity and purpose. For the first time in years, Ethan felt a spark of hope. A few days later, Ethan packed his backpack and began his journey deeper into the mountains. He crossed rushing rivers, climbed steep ridges, and walked through forests covered in morning mist. After a long and exhausting trek, he finally arrived at a hidden valley untouched by the modern world. There stood a charming wooden cabin surrounded by wildflowers and towering pine trees. Sitting on the porch was an elderly woman named Eleanor Brooks. Her silver hair glowed in the sunlight, and her peaceful eyes carried the wisdom of a lifetime. Ethan approached respectfully and said, "I've tried everything to quiet my mind, but nothing works. My thoughts are destroying my peace. Please help me." Eleanor listened carefully before giving him a gentle smile. "I can help," she said, "but first you must learn something for yourself." Eleanor led Ethan to a small wooden table beside a crystal-clear mountain stream. She picked up a glass bowl and carefully filled it with water until it reached the very top. Not even one more drop could fit inside. Handing the bowl to Ethan, she pointed toward a distant wooden lookout perched on a cliff overlooking the valley. "Walk to that lookout and return," she said, "but whatever happens, don't spill a single drop." Ethan looked at the overflowing bowl and swallowed nervously. The trail was steep, rocky, and dangerous. One wrong step would ruin the challenge. Determined to succeed, he took a deep breath and started walking. The path wound through some of the most beautiful scenery Ethan had ever seen. Families laughed around campfires. Eagles soared across the sky. Waterfalls crashed down distant cliffs. Travelers greeted him as they passed by. Yet Ethan noticed none of it. Every bit of his attention remained fixed on the water. Step after step, his focus never wavered. The noise of the world faded away. His worries disappeared. His regrets vanished. There was only the bowl in the present moment. Eventually, Ethan reached the lookout and returned safely to Eleanor's cabin without losing a single drop. Eleanor smiled and asked, "Did you see the eagle circling above the valley?" Ethan shook his head. "Did you hear the waterfall?" Again, he answered no. "Did you notice the families enjoying their day?" Ethan looked confused. "No," he said. "I was focused entirely on the bowl." Eleanor nodded. "Exactly. During that walk, your mind wasn't trapped in painful memories. It wasn't worried about tomorrow. You were completely present." "The human mind is powerful," Eleanor said softly, "but most people allow it to wander endlessly between the past and the future. That's where fear grows. That's where anxiety lives. While carrying that bowl, your attention stayed in one place. You focused on what mattered in that moment, and because of that, your mind became quiet." Ethan sat silently as her words echoed inside him. Suddenly, he understood. Peace wasn't hidden somewhere far away. It wasn't something he needed to earn. It appeared naturally whenever he gave his full attention to the present moment. The sky turned golden as Ethan prepared to leave. Before meeting Eleanor, he had come searching for answers. Now he was leaving with something far more valuable, a new way of living. As he walked back through the mountains, he noticed every detail around him. The cool breeze on his face, the sound of birds in the trees, the beauty of the setting sun. His problems still existed, but they no longer controlled him. For the first time in years, he felt truly free. Real peace had never been waiting in the future. It had been quietly living in the present all along. Ethan smiled as he continued down the trail, knowing that no matter what challenges came next, he finally understood the secret of a peaceful mind. If this story inspired you, subscribe now because the next story might be the one that changes your life forever. Sometimes the tallest mountains aren't meant to stop us. They're meant to show us how strong we can become. As the sun slowly disappeared behind the mountains, the friends realized something important. The greatest treasure was never hidden in a cave or buried beneath the rocks. It was the courage they discovered within themselves. Every challenge they faced made them stronger. And from that day on, whenever they looked at Silver Peak Mountain, they remembered that no dream is too high for those who never give up. The end?